Thrift Shop Joke Books.
Welcome to Thrift Shop Joke Books, the show where we read each other bad jokes from joke books that we found in thrift shops. Last episode, we covered 101 back to school jokes. We only got halfway through it before we couldn't do any more. And we didn't really feel the relationship between the episode and the joke book and how the idea of the show was going. And like any failing relationship, we decided to get a third person in.
Yay, I'm gonna ruin this relationship.
Yay, that's what usually happens. This could be the last ever episode of Thrift Shop Joke Books. I'm Bat Prince. I'm known for playing video games on the YouTube.
I'm pt2. I do some shows on my Twitch. I make random movies on my YouTube. And I fuck around and find out all the time.
And we are being joined by Mikhail. Alright, let's just get straight into bad jokes. So as we were reading this last time, it has subheadings for like chapters. This chapter is Back to School Science Class, but it says sigh with a sigh.
That's a good description of this entire book.
The entire book in general. Okay, teacher, who can tell me the shape of the world? Doug, according to the papers, it's in terrible shape. And we got a picture of Doug talking to his school teacher there.
This is already better.
That's still relevant too, right?
Is Mikhail frozen?
Oh, nice.
Did he just like freeze out of it? It was too much.
That was amazing. What happened there?
One joke and you lost connection. Next joke. Nolan, teacher, how long can a person live without a brain? Teacher, well, let's see. How old are you?
That's a burn. That's not even a joke.
Sick burn, right?
Ouch.
That kid turned out to be Charles Manson.
Teacher, how many seasons are there in a year? Michelle, 3. Football, basketball, and baseball.
What about hockey?
Alright, so we have a new heading. Back to History Mysteries. Dad says, how is your report card, Pamela? Pamela replies, well, Dad, I decided to do the same thing as George Washington. Dad says, why? What's that? Pamela says, I went down in history. Paul, I'm not going to study for history this year. Mum, why in the world not? Paul, I think it's better to let bygones be bygones.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense. I wish I had been that smart in, primary school, I guess? High school? I don't know.
Teacher, tell me something about the history of the Iron Age. Patrick, sorry, but I'm a bit rusty on that one.
Oh.
Got him
It's
on
a metal joke.
on the metal joke. Got him on the metal joke.
It got me on the metal joke. Like, I like it, but I also really don't.
You're probably going to keep that one in your bank, huh?
I've forgotten it already.
Good. Teacher, where was the Declaration of Independence signed? Fifi, at the bottom.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and guess the punchlines. Is that
All
alright?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's see if I can do
Even
this.
better.
Gary, I'm taking ancient history.
Damn
Mary,
it.
me too. Let's get together and talk about old times. And there's a picture of them hanging out.
Oh.
Cute.
Teacher, what explorer discovered the world was round?
Oh.
Lamont, circumference. And there's a picture of him writing circumference on the board, and everyone's laughing at him because he's wrong. We have a new heading.
Yeah.
Back to driving teacher's crazy. Teacher, where is your pencil, Ludlow? Ludlow?
Ludlow.
That's the guy. That's the guy in this joke. His name is Ludlow. And
Have they all
Ludlow.
had different names?
Yeah. When I read, it always says their name of who's saying it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're not just making up the names?
No.
Oh.
Ludlow says, I ain't got none. Teacher says, Ludlow, where is your grandma? Ludlow says, she's at her house in Cleveland, and she ain't got my pencil neither. French teacher says, how do you say 8 in French? And Bambi says, eat in French. That one makes me groan.
That's
I can
terrible.
usually just sit through them because I'm reading them.
Yeah. Oof.
Teacher, you don't do too well on this math exam. Your answers were not very good. Boris, that's okay. Neither were your questions.
That's okay. Neither were your jokes.
Oh shit!
Pow, pow, pow. Teacher, Jerry, were you copying the answer from your neighbor's paper? Jerry,
Yeah.
oh no, I was just checking to see if she had mine right. And
I
there's a-
hope my point would just be yes.
yes, and there's a teacher.
I did it.
The other one doesn't look very happy.
No,
The neighbor does not look very happy at all.
probably because she doesn't have a body and she's only written exam.
Yeah. That's a terrible way to live.
Morris, I don't think I deserve a 0 on this test. Teacher, I don't either, but that's the lowest grade I'm allowed to give.
These are just zingers. They're not even jokes anymore. They're just really mean.
Yeah, it's just like savagery.
Pretty much. Teacher, when I was your age, I could name all the presidents in their proper order. Sally says, yeah, but when you were my age, there had only been 3 or 4.
Ding!
Bam!
We have a new heading. Back
Oh.
to gym. Parentheses. Unless you have a note. Parentheses.
I have a note
You do?
right there.
Oh, good. Does it say, please exempt the expert? Oh, I was hoping it said, please exempt Mikhail from bad jokes. Put your pen away.
I'm taking notes.
Good. When is a basketball player like a baby?
Every time it gets on the court.
When it dribbles.
Oh, okay.
Don't bounce the baby. Jack, ew. Where are you going with that skunk? Jill, to my gym class. Jack, but what about the odor? Jill, oh, he'll get used to it.
Because teenagers stink.
And there's them with a skunk on the court. Yeah. Coach, I can't believe you just threw the basketball right into the swimming pool. Matt, but coach, you told me to sink it. What did the soccer ball say to the center forward? I get a kick out of you.
How do you spell guardian? Is it
No,
AU?
yeah, let's
It's
say
you.
it's got gold in it.
There.
Oh. But we've only been going for 10 minutes.
How many more gym jokes are there?
That's all.
Ah, damn it! It's too late.
So you can have no more gym jokes. Until
No more gym jokes, please. Yeah.
Okay,
thanks.
we have a new chapter. Even more back-to-school bestsellers. Now, we had to explain in the last one that these aren't traditional jokes. They are the names of books and the person who wrote them, and it is meant to be humorous. So, the first book is...
like, totally awful.
The first book
should-
is What I Love About Returning to School, written by I Am Kidding. I Am Kidding. Doesn't
We
help.
should write these stories.
You should write the stories.
Yeah.
Little
I'm going to
short-
take my favorite one and I'm going to write a story.
and then
around it.
publish it under that name.
Yeah, I'm going to
Cool.
do it.
All right, the next one is Will Jimmy Finally Graduate by I Betty Won't. And the last one, that's the entire chapter. So you got one of three to pick from.
Okay.
What
hang on.
happens when you get caught skipping school? By
Oh, I like it.
You Will Get It.
How do you will, as in E?
U dot and then WILL, and then the surname is GETTI.
What happens when you skip school? All right, I'm going to write that story.
Cool.
It's going to be electrifying
Yes. What happens when you get caught skipping school?
when you get caught skipping school.
All right. Next heading. Back to teacher creatures. Why did the students throw eggs at the new drama teacher? Because eggs go well with ham.
As,
Yeah, I'm not,
as in he was
A bad actor?
hamming it up.
He was hamming it up? Yeah, he's a drama teacher.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
I get it.
It's a joke. It's yeah.
It's
is that a joke? Do we class that as a joke?
We class anything as it's in a joke book. So yes.
So yes. There's a
I'll
lot
agree
of
that it's a
things.
book.
There are a lot of things
Okay.
in jokes that we shouldn't
But it
class
does
as jokes.
say jokes, and there's 101. So if we count them and there's 102, we can go back and class that one as a non-joke.
Okay.
But then we have to make the classification that the
Are they
rest are
actually-
jokes.
Are they numbered?
No. And we've
So you don't even.
we talked
You
about
don't know.
this. Yeah. We don't even know.
Oh,
We'll count
you
them.
don't even know.
We'll count them at the end of the book.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
How are tough teachers like umpires? They both penalize you for errors. That one was on the back of the book, wasn't it?
Are you in here?
They,
Yeah, I could have sworn I already heard that one.
yeah, it's got a picture of an umpire guy too. And that's it off that page, by the way. There was that one joke on the one page.
That deserved its own page.
Yeah, it did.
Classic humor right there.
What can you pay your new teacher even if you're totally broke? Attention.
It's like a riddle. And it got me. I have no idea.
What kind of teachers do you find at the South Pole? This is also a riddle. Come on, see if you can get it. Cold ones. We have a new title. It's Back to History Quizzes.
Can we just...
Did you say cold ones or old ones?
Cold ones?
Oh, right, okay. I thought it was old ones, and I was like, what the fuck does that have to do with
I
anything?
thought it was like a H.P. Lovecraft reference or something, like
Ooh.
the great old ones from the Antarctic. But I don't know. Would
That'd
they
be
be
better.
teachers?
They'll teach us things after they devour our flesh. Back to
Fleshy.
history quizzes.
Okay.
History teacher, what did the flag say to the father of our country? Wilma. Nothing, it just waved. History teacher, what did George Washington do when his hatchet broke? Jennifer, he put a new one on his chopping list. History teacher, how did George Washington get his wig? Jesse, He had it delivered by hair mail. And there's the hair mail delivery guy delivering the wig to obviously George Washington.
Obviously.
Looks like. No, that's not George Washington. Must be someone else getting hair mail.
Maybe they're the middleman between the delivery man and
George Washington's
George Washington.
receptionist.
Because he's too
Secretary.
busy. He's
Yeah.
too busy to answer the door
Chopping
and get his
trees for
deliveries.
wooden teeth.
Yeah.
History teacher, why didn't George Washington need a bed? Devon, because he'd never lie.
Are these all about George Washington?
Let's see. Yes. History teacher, why were George Washington's troops so tired on April the 1st? Because they just had a march of 31 days. We have a new subheading. Back to
Good.
subs for history. So it's still history jokes. It's just we got a substitute teacher now.
Oh, great.
Is it still
Even
George
better.
Washington?
Yes.
Awesome.
Substitute history teacher. What did George Washington think of Betsy Ross? Laurie, I give up. Substitute history teacher. He thought she was an old so-and-so, but spelled S-E-W. So
Give up.
So and substitute history teacher. Which president had the sharpest teeth? Steve, I don't know. Substitute history teacher. George Washington. And there's the substitute history teacher telling them all.
Well, that's a Sharknado movie right there. Done.
Done. Substitute history teacher. Did George Washington ever fight a bear? Sammy, I have no
Yes.
idea. Substitute history teacher. No, he always fought with his clothes on.
Wait. I'm very confused.
Oh, that's
All
okay.
the time.
We have a new heading.
Oh,
Back
excellent.
to Basic English, spelled B-A-S-I-C-K. Basic English. This will help me read, maybe.
Does it have George Washington in it?
No, we're done with
Oh.
George Washington.
Ooh.
Boo.
I don't believe that we are done with George Washington. I think he'll make a comeback. That's my
No.
guess.
Maybe.
You heard it. You heard it here.
Teacher, Thoroughly, please give me the definition of autobiography. Thoroughly, it's a car's life story.
It would be funnier if a kid was like, it's when you tie a rope around your neck.
That's grim, man. Teacher, class, you have 30 minutes to write a composition on the subject of baseball. Jonah, here's my paper. Teacher, why, Jonah? You only spent 1 minute writing your essay. Let's see what you wrote.
Baseball. Baseball, baseball, baseball.
He
Baseball.
just drew a picture of a baseball.
There's a picture here. I think maybe this might be the punchline over here on the picture, because it says game called off on account of rain. He's handing in notes.
Cool.
Baseball.
Baseball. Teacher, Davis, use the word income in a sentence. Davis, I opened the door and in come the dog. Teacher, no, try the word ransom. Davis, I saw a skunk and ran some distance to get away. Teacher, wrong. Give me a sentence with the word gruesome. Davis, I wasn't very tall last year, but then I grew some. Teacher, oh, you're hopeless. I'll give you just one more chance. Please use the word handsome in a sentence. Davis, could you hand some gum to me?
I resonate with the gruesome.
I kind of thought he was going to use the rest of the words in a normal sentence at the end, and like to tie it all
Yeah.
together, but there was no
That
tying
would
it
have been
together.
funnier.
It would have been.
That
We
would
should
be
probably
way
write the actual ending of that. But anyway, there's a picture of him telling the teacher all the wrong words.
Looks very proud of himself, as he
Yeah.
should be.
Should be. Teacher,
Yeah.
Fairly, please give me the definition of bacteria. Fairly, the back entrance to the cafeteria. Teacher, Harley, please give me the definition of climate. Harley, what kids do when they see a tree.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. 'Cause
And playing their iPhones and their iPads.
And
Always on the
all the
computer and just.
I got a computer at home. Mom put some games on it. He's doing his washing, but he can still hear the bad jokes, so we can still like make him suffer. We have a new heading. It says, "No, I won't go back to the cafeteria." So food-related jokes, I suppose. Kelly, I'm so hungry. Today I could eat a horse. Cafeteria worker, well, you certainly came to the right place.
Uh-oh.
I've never eaten horse before, and I really want to.
Yeah, they were putting it in lasagna at one point, weren't they?
I've eaten zebra. That was interesting. I guess it's the same thing, right? Are they?
Is
Yeah.
that an endangered species?
It's all black
No.
and white.
I,
There's a couple of different breeds of zebra. I think one of them are on the
I don't
launch
know which
list.
breed I ate.
Yeah.
I didn't ask the restaurant. I'm assuming because it was a restaurant, it was fine.
Yeah. They were also offering you those whale steaks with the grated puffin on top as well, right? Is that
Ooh.
place?
No,
Oh.
I wish. I don't wish. Just for reference.
Donna, ew, what's this fly doing on my jello? Cafeteria worker, looks to me like he's doing backflips. Oh, he's bouncing on it. He's got a picture of him bouncing on the jello, doing backflips. That's what he's doing on the jello. Rad.
You're so
Totally
impressed.
hardcore. Extreme, Steve, what kind of stew is this? Cafeteria worker, rabbit stew. You can tell by all the hairs in it.
Nope.
Andrew, how did
This
you
is
learn
wrong.
to...
Wrong.
What?
Hares. A hare is a type of rabbit.
I know, but what?
It's-
Like the joke itself almost makes it sound like rabbit stew isn't actually a food that people eat.
I make rabbit stew.
I know. That's the point. I'm like, what?
I haven't had rabbit stew for a while.
Hmm.
They don't really
Oh, right.
allow rabbits up here.
Ah.
Nor should they.
Hmm.
Well, not as pets, anyway.
You shouldn't eat the ones that are pets.
Why not?
It's somebody's pet.
All the others have diseases.
Seems the safest pet to me.
Hmm.
Agreed.
Or the safest pet.
Is that...
Aha. Just write your own joke book.
Mhm.
I am gonna.
Cool.
It's gonna have a story in it, and the story is gonna be called "What Happens When You Get Caught Skipping School."
Cool. When you're done with it, you can read it to us on the show.
I had to read that because I forgot what the name was, so I did actually write that down.
All right, Andrea, how did you learn to make this pasta? Cafeteria worker. I just used my noodle.
That means head or brains. Brains? Head?
You
Why
got
is it called noodle?
Because I don't know. That's an interesting question. But we aren't here for interesting
like-
questions. We're here for
that's
bad
like-
jokes.
When I was younger,
Oh,
there was a thing that we used to do. We used to make like the 2-minute noodles, and we put egg in it,
yes.
like kind of scram, and we used to call it brains.
Oh,
So I don't know if there's a correlation there or not.
A little bit of food dye, and I can see it.
mm.
It was very weird tasting. I wouldn't recommend it on its own. I'd probably put some ham or something in there. I don't know. Maybe some sauce.
Mm.
Some beans.
Anyway, that's
Some
not a
devils.
relevant thing.
It's food related, and we're in the food chapter. It's fine.
It is food related. That's true.
Kelly, are you serving crabs today? Cafeteria worker. Pick up a tray. We serve anybody. We have a new heading. Back to the school nurse. Veronica, oh, Miss Hypo. Something terrible is happening. My hair is falling out. What can you give me to keep it in? The nurse says a paper bag. And there's a picture of the nurse giving her a paper bag to put her hair in. That'll keep it in. Hillary, Miss Hypo. That ointment you gave me makes my arms smart. Oh, smart as in hurt, right? Yeah. Nurse, in that case, rub some on your head. Della, Miss Hypo. Are the school lunches healthy? Nurse, I've never heard one complain.
Say Miss Hypo.
Yeah, that's the nurse's name because she's a nurse. It's one of those nominal determination things. They do the thing because they named it. I think I said the word properly last episode. We mentioned it and I just said it really badly that time. I'll cut out the audio from the last time and put in this one.
Yeah.
We have a new title heading thing. Back to science again. But it says sci with an S-I-G-H. As in, like that.
I thought you were doing like a hiss, like a... Maybe there was a snake involved or something?
No way. Science teacher,
Nice.
The law of gravity keeps us from falling off the earth. Jason, what kept us from falling off before the law was passed?
Sheer determination.
George Washington.
Well, if it's history, yeah. Science teacher, but Tanya, why don't you want to come on our field trip to study insects? Tanya.
She's on her period, right?
Oh, what?
That's why she doesn't want to go. Is that it?
Jesus.
No, it's because they bug me.
Well, that's...
Mikhail's frozen again.
Frozen up again.
I feel like he was about to say something. But he stopped himself.
No, there we go.
Oh,
Hey, you back?
hey.
I think my internet doesn't like working.
All bad jokes.
Oh, it could be the bad joke.
All right. Science teacher, what can you tell me about nitrates? Debbie, when you call a long distance, they're cheaper than day rates.
Are they?
I don't know anything about
Maybe they were in the
telephone.
80s when this book was written.
Yeah,
I honestly thought it was going to be something about like pay rates. You know, like night rates are better than day rates.
Kind of the same. We have a new heading. Back to music class, but it's sick with S-I-C-K.
Fully sick.
Yeah, like fully music.
Nice. We're going to be listening to some Rancid then.
Yeah, rancid.
Oh, that's already better than anything. I'm just going to get read down. Alright, come on. Hit me. Don't
How
hit me,
does the
hit me.
new music teacher brush his teeth? With a tuba toothpaste. It says tuba as in tuba. Bom, bom, bom.
Okay, that's pretty funny. I like that one.
Cool. That's two that you like in this one. That's fine. Band student. Our school band played Beethoven last night. Gym student. Who won? And there's a picture. This one needed a picture to explain the joke.
No, it does not.
Does not. All right.
It's honestly, that is funnier than the joke.
Yeah.
Like the fact that they a picture of just two people standing there
They
to
paid
explain.
They paid an artist to draw that. They gave an artist that joke and said, "We need a picture to go along with this," and that's what they came up with.
Because
All
art
right.
isn't funny.
Last
All right.
joke. How did the new music teacher get locked out of his classroom? His keys were inside the piano. His keys were inside the piano. That's the last joke of the book. There's nothing else after it. That's the cover. The cover is after that. The book is over. We finished the book.
Oh,
Hooray.
I was only like, what did I come in through halfway?
Halfway through the book, yeah.
Halfway through the book, and I am so happy that it is over.
That's it for this episode of Thrift Shop Joke Books. Tune in next time when we read the Mr. Bean joke book.
Oh, that's gonna be so good.
There's no way that's not funny, right?
That's right.
That's gonna
Okay.
be so good.
Ah.
Thrift Shop Joke Books.